Now we'll add some variables, and we do that before our loop like this: a equals 1 semicolon 10, and start our loop. We'll give index vector statements, for example x equals 1 semicolon length of a, and the statement is a of x, and we are going to display the value of a at each of those locations x. We can see our variable a has stored in each vector starting from 1 to 10. What if I give a variable with more elements than our vector? So let's do that. If you have understood for loop, you know what will be our result. So let's change our vector to 1:5, and now run. We can see our variable was 10 elements, but this is just showing us 5 elements because we didn't allow our vector to go more than 5. So if you see our vector is starting from 1, but actually this is not 1. This is considered as a starting point, or I can say first point. 5 here is not a number. 5 is our fifth point, and we can check this by changing our variables. For example, I'm taking -3 is to 3. Change the ending points into length of a. Now run this statement. We can see our result is not starting from 1. It is starting from position 1, and position 1 is -3, and ending with length of a, which is absolutely 3. Now we do this with two variables, and our statement will be an equation. For example, a equals 1 is to 10, and b equals 0. And in this loop we'll start from 1 with the increment of 2, and this time our statement is b equals b plus a of x, and see what will happen. Run. Now let's try to understand the meaning of this program. Our variables are simple. A is 1 to 10, and b is just 0, and in our loop index our vector has a gap because of 2. If we copy and paste our vector in command window, we can see we have 5 different positions. First position or point is 1, means our index x is 1. Then it will go down to our code where we have b equals b plus a of x. Here our first b is not based on fixed number. It will change through our code, and the second b is our variable, which is 0, and a of x means number of a inside position of x. Now let me just show you what exactly our a of x is. So copy paste the whole program in another tab, and change statement into just a of x. Run. We can see our a inside of index x. Going back to our main program, and now we know a of x, so our vector is 1 at first, and b is 0, which is added with a of x, which is 1, and our result is 1. Now this result is stored in b, so when our index run again second time, our code is b means 1, which is adding in a of x, and our a of x will be updated to 1 plus 3 means 4. Our 2 position result is 4. Now resultant 4 is stored again in b. Again our loop will run. Our index this time is 3, and in our code our b is 4 plus a of x, and now a of x is 5 this time, which gives us the result 9. and again this result 9 is stored in B, and our loop will run again till the length of A, which is 10. We can also remove the increment 2, try to do this and predict the result. Now I am writing another program, but first try to understand this program on your own. I'm going to explain this, and I hope that you already know the result. So we have three variables A, B, and C. A variable is 5 to 14, having 10 elements. B is 1 to 10, which is raw vector filled with 0. Copy and paste B into command window so we can confirm this. And yes, it is 10 times 0 row vector. C is simple 0, and in our loop our index x is starting from point 1 to length of A, which is basically point 10. Our first statement is same as our last program, where C is added to A of x, and this time A of x doesn't have any increment, so it is starting from 5 till 14. Means 10 times C will be added with A of x, and the value of C start with 0, and will increase our second statement B of x equals to C. When C is increased, its value will be equal to B of x, and as we know B is 10 times 0, and B of x means that zeros in each vector will be in our index x 10 times, but it's not just 0, because our last statement will change that 0 into some other value because of the equation B of x equals C. So now let's run this. So you can see that we have a graph of B showing us an increasing value. Now I want to look at the values of B variable. So open the workspace and double click on B. We have new window just to show our variable. We can see at point 1 B is 5, at point 2 B is 11, and so on.